day, everyone. Welcome to the next in our series of chats with local Southwest business owners. Today, I'm talking to Peter Jenkins of Ceres Natural Foods. Good morning, Peter. How are you today?
Good morning. Very, very well. Thank you.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's lovely. Thank you very much for taking the time to chat to us today. Down here, well, I think Yeovil is the same. Is it sweltering heat? Wonderful start to August.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh,
Gorgeous.
absolutely lovely. Right, Peter, let's get down to it. Tell me about your business. Tell me about Ceres Natural Foods.
Well, Ceres we started off as a whole food shop back in the 70s when we first had a market stall to get going. We were selling, I was a long-haired kind of a hippie in sandals, the usual kind of stereotype back then. And we were selling these funny foods in the market stalls, and people seemed to like it. So it kind of grew from there over the years. Now, Ceres is a natural product store. So we specialize in whole foods, health foods. There's a slight difference there. So we have a whole range of foods as God made them, if you like, and as close to nature as possible with minimum processing involved. But we've also got other products, natural skincare, natural cleaning, homeopathies catered for, aromatherapy, lots of different aspects to the range now, much more than we started with.
Oh, it's incredible. I always wanted to know what is a whole food and a natural food. So natural food, I get it. It's as close as God intended it to. It's like I can remember as a youngster. Sunday lunch, going out into the veggie garden and picking the vegetables and cleaning them for Sunday lunch. I get that natural. What is a whole food then?
Well, a whole food principally is a dried food, so they may come from all over the world. Things you can't rely on in the UK. So there'll be lentils, soybeans, chickpeas, all in dried form, ready to be used in cooking straight away. But there is obviously a little bit of time element then needed in preparation. That's perhaps the downside of whole foods, is with our busy lives these days, there's less time for that kind of thing. But for those who do, they get maximum nutrition. So there's no pesticides. We try and deal in a lot of organic products where we can. And with that, these days you get a guarantee that there are no pesticides involved, or at least very few, only what's necessary to actually grow the crop. And that the processing of the food, if it's a ready meal, it will have minimal amount of processing involved and minimal chemicals and preservers. And that's what we're about, really. I think I can sum it up in our mission statement, which simply is that we want to empower anybody that we reach to attain and then maintain exceptional health and well-being. And that has always run through the core of what we do for the last 40 years.
And that to me is, thank you. That makes it a lot more understanding. And I love the lentils, and I've been introduced to lentils and a lot of the pea type variety in the last couple of years. And never mind to the traditional stews and things like that, but actually having them as a staple in replacing rice and things like that, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And having a whole someone from South Africa, you can understand. I do eat a lot of meat, but I'm really enjoying chickpea curries and things like that. So absolutely wonderful. You mentioned ready meals. Do you do that type of thing as well? Did you say?
Well, we do these days. Yes, indeed. We have whole ranges of things, and there's a huge variety out there. I mean, we are technically a lacto-vegetarian shop, which means we sell milk, cheese, and dairy, and all the vegetarian foods. But also, of course, we max out on vegan these days. And vegans have busy lifestyles too, and they need to have foods ready to go. So yeah, masses of choice out there these days.
Wow. I take me to my next question is, who is your target audience or target market? It sounds as though it's pretty varied.
Oh, it is. I mean, we have a kind of demographic of in age. We've got older generation, as you might expect, but we've also got very much the younger generation, the 20s and 30s now, particularly, who are very keen to support the environment. We have been recycling ever since we started, before it was even trendy. We have
Wow.
we have bulk products, bulk foods on sale, where people can help themselves to as much or as little as they want. So with minimal packaging, of course. And so all of that, those people too are wanting that service. Veganism is massive now, whereas 20 years ago you were considered almost mentally deficient if you were a vegan. So it's come on leaps and bounds. Animal cruelty, cruelty-free, meat-free, all of that is massive for us, and it draws a lot of people in who can rely on us to supply those products that meet their criteria.
Wow, I mean that's quite something. And tell me some. And I think before I ask you the question on everybody's lips about COVID-19, you have a retail shop, I assume. Do you deliver as well, or?
Yes, we've recently started delivering in response to COVID. A lot of people have asked us who are in lockdown. Some are even in lockdown still right now in August. So those people are needing a service, and we've been able to do that on a local basis at least. And normally we can turn orders around within 24 hours. So we're doing all that. COVID has had an absolutely massive impact on us. We stayed open throughout.
Oh, wow.
I've had there are 9 of us altogether working in the store. Half of us to start with didn't feel comfortable coming to work, and on that basis, I and a few others have been holding the fort, as it were, initially all the way through April, May.
Wow.
But then things started to change, and people felt more comfortable to come back to work. We've had more customers coming in. But it is still desperately inefficient, inadequate, a number of people coming through the door for long-term survivability of the business. But I'm hopeful that the customers that supported us so far have been great. I mean, you just couldn't ask for a more supportive bunch of people. Behind me, you may see a couple of thank you cards on my table, just to show that we're actually blown away by the support we've had by people, and we're trying to give that back. We've stayed open, we're doing deliveries, we're wherever we can, we're doing click and collect effectively. So we're doing as much as we can to support people, and obviously we've got all the distancing measures we can do in a small store, and all the hygiene, of course.
I think that's that. Well, that's wonderful, and I think it's a sign of a successful business, of the business that has taken this horrific challenge on taking it on the chin, and then seen, okay, how can we change to carry on supporting our customers. So I think well done there, and I think everybody, it's up to us now is to support you in everything that you've done in keeping the business going. You've gone, and so I can get deliveries, I can get click and collect, I can go into the store, and you've done all the things from social distancing and the sanitizing and everything. So I have as a customer or potential customer, I have 3 ways of buying from you: the store, delivery, or click and collect. And I think that's wonderful. I think well done, Peter. Besides that, are there any other changes that you had to consider? And I say that, yes, this is now immediately. What do you think? Are you going to keep these going once COVID-19 lockdown is completely a thing of the past? Or how do you think it's going to change?
Well, we'll keep going as long as people want us to. And if they want us to do deliveries and click and collect, then that's exactly what we'll do. We've always been customer led in what we try and achieve. It's so difficult to say what's going to happen in the future. I mean, we're making decisions month by month, week by week. Right now, we're not open full hours. We're open 9 till 3 every day. I haven't got enough staff to do all the jobs necessary unless we actually have a bit of downtime before we go home. So it's very difficult to say. And my poor staff, of course, are on short hours. We're all doing the best we can, but we need to have people coming down the street. We need to have them coming in the doors. And right now, our town is pretty empty, certainly in the afternoons. There's hardly anybody about. Mornings are good. Lot of buzz. People are coming back, but you can certainly tell that not everybody's back yet.
Yeah, I think people are still reticent for all sorts of different reasons. Whereabouts are you located? Where can we find your shop?
We are in what they call a prime secondary position. So we're in the high street. We're in the Independence Street in Yeovil, which is at the top of the town, and the nearest landmark that we would suggest is Tesco's. So we're just round the corner from the Tesco's.
Oh wow! Okay, so right around the corner from that. Well, that's brilliant. Is there anything that you, at this moment in time, would like to say to your customers out there, your current customers, and any potential customers that are thinking, oh, hang on, wait a minute, there's something you'd like to say to them?
Well, first of all, I'd really like to reiterate that I am so thankful to all the customers that have supported us, especially in these last awful few months. For those that don't feel that they're ready to come in yet, I quite understand that. But when you are ready, do come in and see us. If you haven't come into our shop before, I think you'll be surprised at the range and the sheer availability of different products for all different lifestyles. And if you want to continue to make a difference in these times to the environment, to your diet, your well-being, then we have got everything that you could possibly need to keep you healthy, including foods that can actually combat COVID to some extent, so that can try and keep it at bay. There are a lot of things you can do yourself, which you don't have to rely on medications to actually support your own body ability to fight back. So we can supply all that. Do come in and check us out, see for yourself. We'll be delighted to see you.
I'm definitely going to take you up on that. I really am going to come and pop in. And all the contact details of Peter and Ceres Natural Foods are attached to the snippet of the interview and to the blog. Please go and take your time, click on it, listen to the interview, and go and visit the website and go and visit Peter and his team in Yeovil. What is the biggest thing, Peter, to be a bit more personal now, what was the biggest thing you missed during the lockdown?
I have a lovely relationship with people. When they come in, we say hello to people, we greet them. Don't necessarily need to know who they are to do that, of course, but it's that rapport, it's that one-to-oneness that I just love. And if we can help people on the way, then that's great. But it's just having that interaction with people face to face. I think the internet is a wonderful thing, but it cannot replace personal service, and it can't replace the ability to give advice one-to-one, on a personal basis. That's something that we're losing at the moment, and I love that, and I want it to come back.
I couldn't agree with you more. We are social beings. That's what we're all about. Look, I think what technology has got us through the last four months, and I think it's probably done wonders to the planet in that there's less intercontinental travel. But yes, I agree with you. The personal touch is just not there, which we need to get back. Couldn't agree with you more.
Excellent.
What about what did you say is the one thing that you've learned about yourself over these last 4 months?
Oh gosh, that's tough. I know that I realized that I'm a bit more resilient than I thought I was. I think I've actually put more energy into the business in the last 3 months than I have physically, perhaps, for a while. I've kind of relied on other people to do a lot of things, but those people haven't been there, so I've had to do it. And actually, it's rejuvenating. It makes you feel like you want to get going again. It's it's that buzz of trying to achieve something wonderful in business. And I think those people that do work for themselves can understand that. There is something where you put the energy in, you get it some form or another, it comes back, and that's what I'm feeling now. I'm feeling upbeat, I'm feeling energetic, and I'm ready to move my business on if the customers want us to do so.
That is brilliant, and absolutely, and it's. Do you know what? There's a common golden thread stretching through all the business owners I've spoken to, and it's that of resilience, upbeat, passionate, enthusiastic, and looking forward to the future. There are opportunities out there. So thank you very, very much. A last thing you'd like to say to us or to anyone?
Just please come and see us. Come and see us. Have a look at our social media. Check us out. We would love to be able to see you. We would love to be able to help if we can with whatever it is. We will do our best.
Wonderful, people. Please do that. I think I'm just looking at. Are you in your shop now, Peter, or is this at home?
No, this is my home office at the moment.
Oh wow! But it looks fantastic, and I will definitely be coming to visit you. So people, please contact Peter. Go and have a look, and let's get this economy and let's get all the up and running again. Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you, Duncan. Pleasure.